eclipses? What are they? What causes them? And why is everybody making a big deal out of them?
To start off, let me explain what a solar eclipse is. A solar eclipse is when the sun's rays get blocked by the moon so that they cannot reach Earth. This creates an illusion that the sun has disappeared completely from the sky, and a photo is shown here. So why does this happen? As I said before, sun rays are traveling through space. They reach the moon and they get stopped. The rays do not reach the Earth, which means that there will be a shadow casted by the moon on Earth. Here, the moon appears to cover the sun completely. This part is called the umbra. Here is another part of the shadow, except that when you're here, the sun doesn't get covered by the moon completely. Instead, it will be a partial solar eclipse. So this would be the penumbra. So, as you know, this is not drawn to scale because the sun is way more bigger, is 100 times bigger, I believe, than the Earth. And the moon is like a half of the size of the Earth, which means that how can the sun be blocked from the moon? Blocked by the moon? Well, the answer is that even though the sun is about 400 times larger than the moon, it is also 400 times further away from Earth than the moon is from um, us. Which means that if aligned perfectly, the moon will seem the exact same size as the sun and it will blot out the sun. Now you might be asking, if a solar eclipse happens because the sun and the moon and the earth align perfectly, why don't we have a solar eclipse every month? Because we know that the moon completes one rotation around Earth every single month. So we should have a solar eclipse every single month, right? Well, if you thought that, you're wrong. Why? Because the moon does not rotate like this around the Earth. Nope, that's a bad drawing. Doesn't rotate around the Earth like this every time. It rotates at an angle or an axis like this. Why? Because Earth's axis is tilted by around 5 degrees, I think. Maybe 5 degrees. But the moon will no longer be perfectly straight like this. It will be rotating at a slight angle. Thus, instead of most of the time the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon being aligned like this, most of the time the Moon will be up here. And there won't be a solar eclipse. Now, why are solar eclipses, but mainly the solar eclipse that is going to happen today and our April 8th, 2024. Well, that already happened because I'm filming this after, but why does this one matter? Well, in 2017, a solar eclipse came by, went down this row. So this is the place where you would have seen totality. In 2024, April 8th, totality went from here all the way to here. Now, the reason why solar eclipses are so fascinating is number one, they most of the times they happen at the sea because the earth is about 2/3 water, I'm pretty sure. The earth's surface is about 2/3 water, so Most of the time, the solar eclipses will be overseas like this. But when it does cross over land, it's extremely rare to have a intersecting point on land where it happens twice, especially in 7 years. And the next time a solar eclipse will happen in the North American continent, I'm pretty sure is at 2044. So we're gonna have to wait another 2 decades, 2 decades, for a solar eclipse to happen on American soil. I'll probably be homeless by then. So the thing is, why is this important? Number one, it's a fascinating phenomenon. You look up in the sky, the sun's gone. Imagine a random Greek dude back then looking up in the sky, sun's gone, must have freaked out. Apollo's sleeping on the job or something, but the sun's gone, and that's fascinating. But another thing is that it's so darn rare that, like, studies have shown that to have a solar eclipse at the same place, that's like, that only happens in like hundreds of years. It's a miracle that it happened here over here in just 7 years, from 2017 and 2024. So the thing about solar eclipses is that they are extremely rare. The next one that's going to happen on the North American continent is in the next 20 years. So I hope that you enjoyed this year's solar eclipse. You got to see totality. I didn't get to see totality this year. I was too far away. I did get to see about 90% of the moon get covered up, but I didn't get to see totality. I was at home. I was just watching through from my backyard. But the thing is, solar eclipses are an amazing phenomenon, and I hope you learned something in this video by watching it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.